Now on Elon Musk and President Trump's plan to purge the federal workforce. A judge has cleared the way for the buyout offer for more than 2 million federal workers, rejecting a lawsuit that had put that plan on hold. And scores of federal workers are already being fired. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. Dozens of lawsuits have been fired, but this does mark the first major victory for the Trump administration. A judge declaring that this buyout program can move forward. And this morning, that offer is officially closed.
Overnight, a stark message from Elon Musk, insisting the U.S. needs to get rid of entire government agencies to make sure the changes last beyond President Trump's term.
If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back. But if you remove the roots of the weed, it doesn't stop weeds from ever growing back, but it makes it harder. So we have to really delete entire agencies, many of them.
The billionaire, who is one of the president's most powerful advisors, comparing it to a large-scale corporate turnaround he did at one of his own companies.
It's like a big company, like a big corporation, American Incorporated. And, just like with Twitter, there was a lot of stuff that was being done that was unnecessary.
The president has directed Musk and his team to significantly cut staffing and limit hiring across all federal agencies.
We have to make our government smaller, more efficient, more effective, and a lot less expensive.
This morning, the White House closing its buyout offer to some 2 million federal workers with the choice to resign now or run the risk of being fired. A judge clearing the way for the program to move forward. The White House press secretary calling the decision the first of many legal wins for the president. But the judge did not weigh in on whether the program is legal, instead arguing the unions that brought the lawsuit don't have standing because they are not directly impacted, stating this is not sufficient. Those unions argue the president has no authority to make such an offer. But Trump telling me this week the Americans who opted in will be paid.
Can you personally guarantee that the workers who opt in to resign now will be paid through September?
They'll get their money, but they're getting a good deal. They're getting a big buyout.
Amid questions about transparency, Musk and his team have started to provide sporadic, sometimes vague updates about cuts to federal programs on a government website, which also directs Americans to the social media platform X, which Musk owns. One tab on the website states, receipts coming soon, no later than Valentine's Day. As the administration vows to root out corruption, his administration has ordered federal prosecutors to drop corruption charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. And he has fired a string of inspector generals like Robert Storch, an independent watchdog at the Pentagon who searched for abuse, waste, and fraud.
When you just wholesale fire people like that without giving any reasons for doing it, it sends a message that that sort of oversight, that productive oversight, isn't really valued.
So Tesla, one of the companies that Elon Musk owns, is expected to be awarded a $400 million contract with the State Department to provide armored Tesla vehicles. I asked Musk directly about these possible conflicts of interest days ago, and he dismissed them, George.
Right, but we've never seen anything like this before, Rachel. A private citizen with this kind of power and these kind of conflicts profiting from the government as he's ordering cuts across the federal government. Meantime, we have the Department of Justice is also moving against New York City.
Yeah, exactly. So New York State is now facing a lawsuit from the Trump administration. Attorney General Pam Bondi filing this lawsuit accusing the state of prioritizing those who are entering the country illegally over American citizens. She specifically highlights a New York State law that allows people to obtain a driver's license regardless of their status in the United States. Well, New York Governor Kathy Hochul responding, calling this a worthless, publicity-driven lawsuit, insisting that New York is not backing down, George.
Rachel Scott, thanks very much. Michael?
All right.